Hi there everyone, welcome back to Know Your English Grammar. Today we will be naming the 8 parts of speech in English. Every word that we use in our language is classified as a part of speech and falls into one of the following categories: noun, verb, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. A noun is a name word. It is used to name persons, such as Mr. Brown, girl, teacher. Animals, such as lion, fox, sheep. Places, such as Jamaica, school, playground. Things, such as book, table, motorcar. And abstract qualities, such as truth, honesty, and initiative. Now, let's look at the verb. A verb is an action word. It tells us what the subject of the sentence is doing. For example, John and Paula walked to school this morning. This sentence is telling us what action John and Paula carried out this morning. They walked to school. However, not all verbs express an action. There are some verbs that express a condition or a state of being. These verbs are called linking verbs or state of being verbs. For example, it seems a good idea, or it's getting cold. Both sentences tell us of a state of being at that moment. Our next part of speech is the pronoun. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. It is used to avoid monotonous repetition of nouns in a sentence. There are several types of pronouns. Number 1. Personal pronouns such as I, you, he, she, it. Number 2. Demonstrative pronouns such as this and that. Number 3. We have interrogative pronouns. These are who, whom, which and what. These pronouns are used to ask questions, for example, who is coming to dinner this evening? Number 4. Indefinite pronouns such as all, everybody, one, other, nobody, someone. Number 5 is relative pronouns such as who, whom, which, that. As interrogative pronouns, these are used to ask questions. However, as relative pronouns, they are used to relate one clause to another part of the sentence. For example, this is the man who will be driving the school bus today. Let's look at this sentence without pronouns. Mr. Brown will be going back to Mr. Brown's office to collect Mr. Brown's diary because Mr. Brown forgot Mr. Brown's diary on Mr. Brown's desk. Wow, this sentence is long and monotonous. Here is a better way to write that sentence with pronouns. Mr. Brown will be going back to his office to collect his diary because he forgot it on his desk. Our next part of speech is the adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. It brings life and color to language. Example: the table was decorated with some beautiful white orchids. Beautiful and white tell us how the orchids looked. There are 3 forms of the adjective. Number 1. Positive or simple. This describes a single item. Example: Jane is a smart student. Number 2. Comparative adjective. This compares 2 things. For example, Jane is smarter than her sister Sandy. And number 3. Superlative adjective that compares 3 or more things. Jane is the smartest of all the students. Adverb. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective or other adverbs. It tells how, when or where. Let's look at these sentences. Tom walked to school quickly. Tom walked how? Quickly. The plane arrived promptly at 6 p.m. The plane arrived when? Promptly. The police went there on time. The police went where? There. Preposition. A preposition shows the relationship between one thing and another. It tells the relationship between the noun or pronoun and another word in the sentence. Prepositions are words such as of, at, in, on, and between. For example, the books are on the desk. The preposition on shows the relationship between the books and the desk. Conjunction. A conjunction is called a joiner. It's used to join related words, phrases, or sentences. It shows the relationship between ideas. There are hundreds of conjunctions in English language. Here are a few. And, but, for, because, yet, although. When choosing conjunctions, we should ensure that they convey the meaning intended. Let's look at these two sentences. First, without the conjunction. We chose that restaurant. The food is good. Now, look at these two sentences joined by a conjunction. We chose that restaurant because the food is good. Next sentences. We chose that restaurant. It was very expensive. Now joined by a conjunction, our sentences become one. We chose that restaurant but it was very expensive. Our last part of speech is the interjection. An interjection is a word or a group of words that expresses strong feeling or sudden emotion. It usually stands by itself and is punctuated with an exclamation mark. Examples are: oh, great, stop, wow, well done, wow, you are beautiful. That's it for this lesson. Here is our quiz for today. There are two types of verbs, action and verbs. Please write your answer in the comments section and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more English lessons. Goodbye for now.